Hey guys, welcome back to another video in SugarPinkDIY. My name is Brenda, and in today's video I want to share with you guys how you can set up a mini scenario to take the perfect Instagram photo. In my occasion, I decided to use candy cane, so I only picked two colors, which were red and white, and I decided to use all the props within those same colors. So for example, you can also pick Winter Wonderland, so like my background, and then pick some white and silver and use those two colors for all of your props. You can also pick the traditional Christmas look, which would be, for example, red, gold, and green, and then all of your props should be within those three colors, so everything is aesthetic and everything combines. Also, down in the description box, I'll leave a link to my Instagram in case you're interested, or in case you want to go take a look at my Instagram and see how I post all of my content and how I organize everything to make my Instagram look cohesive, or sort of like aesthetic and pleasing, or sort of organized. Also, if you want to take a look at my Insta stories or Insta highlights, you'll be able to see how I organize them, how I add stickers to them, what kind of music I use, and then as well as all the backgrounds that I use for my Insta stories. And if you're interested, you can tell me or let me know down in the comment section which if you'd like to see a video of how to organize or how to decorate your Insta stories or mini videos in order for you to upload them. So I'll be happy to share how I do that, what app I use, how I decorate everything, how I add the pictures, the font I use, or let's say the background, the music I use. I'll be happy to make a video about that as well. So for this video, I really hope that you like it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell so you won't miss any of the following videos. And now let's go on to the video. Alright friends, so to begin with our movie night setup, which will be perfect for our Instagram photo, I placed a red blanket on top of my white bed to give it a good contrast. So in addition, I also added this decorative pillow as well as a candy cane house made out of cardboard. You can also use some decor, some decorations that you might already have. So for example, this tree, I took it from my night table and then I placed it right in between both of the house and the decorative pillow. And to fill up my setup a little bit more, I added this cute pom-pom garland. And for the setup, you can basically choose any location at home or any place where you think it's comfortable and easier for you to move around. So in this case was my bed. Also, I added some lights. In this case, I decided to use the ones with the diamond on every end of the light. And I really like these ones because when you turn them on, they turn like warm white. So it gives it like a sense of a warming scenario or setup. But you can also use some colorful ones to make this post or this photo a little bit more brighter and more colorful. Or you can also use the fairy lights, which since they're wired, or like they have a wire string, you can bend them and arrange them in whatever form or shape you might want them. And for the battery, since these lights are battery operated, I hid the battery square right underneath the blanket so no one could see it and only I knew where it was. In addition to all of this decor, I also used two giant candy cane ornaments, which I got at the Dollar Tree for $1. I also used these two other ornaments, which were also $1 at the same store. If you can't find them at the dollar store, you can also try other department stores, so for example Walmart and Target, and I actually think it's cheaper there since they normally come in like a case, and a case would normally come with 12 ornaments and the price it's around $10, so you would be getting a case of 12 for $10, whereas at the dollar store you would be getting 12 items for $12, so you're spending $2 more. So right in the center, I placed a baking rack, and then on top of that, I placed the laptop so the laptop wouldn't overheat with the blanket. And while I was doing all of my setup and everything, my little cat came and just laid right next to everything. Then my brother also came and took a look at what I was doing. Going back to the video, since we're actually not watching a movie and we only use the movie night for the setup, I went on Google and then I googled an image. In this case was Last Christmas, and I picked one of the images that went well along or went well together with the colors I chose. Then I clicked on it, I downloaded it and expanded it. And this way, instead of actually going on Netflix or on Amazon, I would only be using the image. You know how when you're watching a movie and you pause it, then you get like the black line on top and the black line underneath, as well as like the pause button pops up or the play button pops up. In this case, using the image, you won't have this issue. Then I turned up the lights and turned on my Christmas lights so we could see how it would look if we were actually watching a movie. But since we're taking pictures for Instagram, we will be leaving all of the lights on for the colors and everything to be super bright. To take the pictures, we can use a camera or a phone, and for the camera we will need to adjust the settings depending on what kind of lighting we use. So for example, AMSP, or leave it on auto. We can also change the exposure, the ISO, the shutter speed, and the aperture, as well as zooming in, zooming out, or using the flash. As for the phone, the only thing we need to change is the format. Instead of using the regular photo format, we will be using the square format, which is commonly used on all social media. For the photos, you can also hold something on your hand to make the photo a little bit more full. So for example, you can hold a muffin, a candy cane, a chocolate bar, or a cupcake, or even a mug, just like I am. And this mug is actually empty, so there's nothing in there because it's only for the setup and I don't want any liquid or anything to spill on my setup or on my computer. So when I was taking the picture, I realized that I used the same hand to press the release button on the camera as well as to hold the mug. So I had to arrange things in order to press the button and hold the mug at the same time. Once I had all of my pictures ready, I transferred them over onto Photoshop or my computer, and then for the format I decided to use 11 by 11, RGB for color mode, and resolution 300. Then I selected one of the images, which is the first one right here. I selected it and then I went on to adjustments. I picked brightness and contrast. Now if you move the brightness to the right side, the picture becomes super bright. If you move it to the left side, it kind of like dims. Then the same for contrast. If you move it to the left side, everything kind of like becomes opaque, as if you move it onto the right side, everything is super bright and colorful. So I left 13 for brightness and 2 for contrast, and I did the same thing for all of the pictures that I took with my camera and all of the pictures that I took with my phone. And this is how the camera pictures ended up looking once they were edited. And as I had told you guys, when we're using our phone to take the picture, we will actually be using the square format, which will be easier for us to take the picture and upload it to Instagram, Facebook, or any other social media. Using the square format will make it easier for us to know what will be in the photo and what won't be in the photo, because we're able to see the margins. Then I also decided to record a mini video for an Instagram highlight, which will be available today, December 17th, 2021, under my Insta highlights, specifically under the YouTube section. So I'll leave the link in the description box to my Instagram in case you want to take a look at the video or the Instagram highlight. And here's how the phone pictures turned out in the end. Honestly, I really liked all of the pictures and I only chose one to post on my Instagram. So again, the link is in the description in case you want to go take a look at which photo I actually posted. Alright guys, and this was it for today's video. I really hope that you liked the content and you enjoyed all the ideas and tips. As well as I hope that this was helpful in case you're looking for new ways to add more content to your Instagram, Facebook, or any other social media that you might use or might like. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell so you won't miss any of the following videos. Thank you so much for watching and see you on the following project. Bye guys!